Hello everyone, welcome back to the video session on characteristic equation of flip-flops. In the previous video sessions, we have studied a lot of details regarding latches, how a latch is constructed, how does the latch behave with respect to the inputs, how do you transfer a latch into a flip-flop, what do you mean by clock edges, what is the difference between the positive clock edge and negative clock edge, what are the differences or disadvantages of the latches with respect to flip-flops, the different kinds of flip-flops, for example, SR, D, JK, and T flip-flop. And we have also seen how basically the behavior of this particular flip-flops differs from the others. We checked some of the applications of SR flip-flop and JK flip-flop. And at the end, we studied the additional inputs that can be given to the flip-flops to make them perform efficiently. In today's video session, we'll be studying regarding one of the important topics of a flip-flop, which is about characteristic equation. So what do you mean by this characteristic equation? So characteristic equations are those equations which generally define the behavior of a flip-flop. So whenever I say I have a flip-flop, every flip-flop will have its own behaviors with respect to the input data what I'm going to supply to that particular flip-flop. So these characteristic equations are basically going to give a general idea regarding the basic behavior of the flip-flop. Or in simpler ways, I can say that this is one of the simplest way of representing a flip-flop when it comes to drawing the circuit diagram or a symbolic diagram or IEEE diagram or the block diagram of a flip-flop. So I go to this particular topic assuming that you people are all familiar with K-map and truth tables of the flip-flop. So we will start with the very basic flip-flop what we have studied in the initial part of this module, that is SR flip-flop, or what we can call it as set reset flip-flop. So when it comes to set reset flip-flop, as I said you, I'll go with an assumption that we are all very familiar with writing the truth table of this particular SR flip-flop. So let me write it down here for you. So when it comes to SR flip-flop, my SR flip-flop will be having two inputs, and it will also be representing the present state, that is 2n, and this will be the output or the next state what the flip-flop is going to exhibit after the input is given with respect to the clock edges. So let me finish this particular truth table. So the inputs what can be given here are 0 and 0, it can be 0 and 1, it can be 1 and 0, or it can be 1 and 1. And I'm not going to write what is the present data that is present in the flip-flop. It can be 0 or it can be 1. It can be 0 or 1 throughout. So I'm not bothered about what is the present data that is stored in the flip-flop. When the input given is 0 and 0, when the input given is 0 and 0, the output is going to exhibit the previous state. Previous state means it is going to show you the data what was stored in the flip-flop previously. If it is 0 and 1, if the data inputs to the flip-flops are 0 and 1, then my flip-flop is going to store the data of 0 because R is made 1. R stands here for reset. Suppose if you give the data as 1 and 0, suppose if you give it as 1 and 0, you are setting the flip-flop. So the data that is stored in the flip-flop will be 1. Suppose if you give the input as 1 and 1, no matter whatever is the data that is stored in the flip-flop, my flip-flop is going to exhibit an undefined state. So this is called as undefined state, or you can call it as illegal state also. So this is the general truth table of an SR flip-flop what we have studied in the previous video sessions or in the previous part of the module. So this same truth table has to be transferred into the K-map. So you can see here I have written the K-map. In the horizontal line I have written the inputs S and R, and in the vertical I have written the present state of the flip flop, that is Qn. So SR, this will be S bar R bar, this will be S bar R, this will be SR, and this will be SR bar. So this will be Qn bar and this will be Qn. So let's see how this particular table has to be filled up. So these are the inputs what I'm going to give to the flip-flop, and vertically these are the present data or the present state of my flip-flop. So if the data given to the flip-flop are 0, 0, and if the present data that is present in the flip-flop is 0, now the next state Qn plus 1 is going to exhibit the previous state. Previous state is nothing but 0 itself. So I'm going to fill it up with 0 here. So I'm going to fill it up with 0 here. If the input given is 0 and 1, and if the present data is 0, if the present data is 0, it is going to reset. Reset means it has to become 0. It has to become 0. If the input given to the flip-flop is 1 and 1, and if the present data that is present in the flip-flop is 0, it is going to define an illegal state or undefined state which cannot be written as 1 either as 0. So I'm going to write it by don't care condition. If the data given to the flip-flop is 1 and 0, that is set, no matter whatever is the data that is stored in the flip-flop, it is going to become 1. Similarly, coming to the next row here, if the data given to the flip-flop is 0 and 0, and if the present data is 1, it has to exhibit the same state, that is 1 itself. If it is 0 and 1, that is if reset is made 1, no matter whatever is the input that is stored in the flip-flop, it has to become 0. Suppose if it is made 1 and 1, no matter whatever is the data that is stored in the flip-flop, it has to get into an illegal condition. That is what it has been defined here. Suppose if it is 1 and 0, that is if set is made high, no matter whatever is the data that is stored here, whether it is 0 or whether it is 1, it has to become 1 here. So this is how we are going to fill the K-map of the flip-flop or SR flip-flop. So this will be the input, this will be the present state, and the data that will be filled inside the K-map will be the next state it is going to exhibit based on the input what you are going to provide and based on the previous data that is stored in the flip-flop. As I said in the K-map, I will be grouping once if it is an SOP method. So I'll be going for octets. I'll be going for octets and I'll check whether octets are possible. No, octets are not possible here. So it is not done. I'll go and check whether quads are possible, whether I can group all 4 ones. There are 2 ones here and there are 2 don't care conditions here. And I already explained to you that you can take this don't care conditions equal to 1 in case if you want to go with a quad and octet or pairs. So I'll make this ones here and I will group them together and I'll form one quad and the equation of that quad will become, what will the equation of this particular quad be? Equation of that particular quad will be, I cannot include Qn here because my Qn is becoming 0 and 1 here. Let me check whether S and R can be included. R cannot be included because it is becoming 1 and 0 here. So it is becoming R and R bar. Whereas S is remaining stable. It is 1 itself. So I can consider for quad, my term will be S. I'll check whether any other quads are possible. No, other quads are not possible. I'll go and check for a pair. And yes, a pair is possible. So you can pair this one with the one that is available here. So when you group this ones into a pair, you can check the term corresponding to that. The term corresponding to that vertical is Qn. And horizontal it should be S bar is changing to S. R bar is remaining R bar itself. So this will be R bar. So writing the characteristic equation, I can write Qn plus 1 will be equal to S plus R bar into Qn, which is written here. So this characteristic equation will help you fill the truth table in case if you have forgot the truth table. If you have forgot the truth table, this characteristic equation will help you writing the truth table, and this will also give you an idea regarding how that particular flip-flop is actually behaving. This is with respect to your SR flip-flop, and this is how you are going to write the characteristic equation of an SR flip-flop. Moving on further, D flip-flop. As I said, my D flip-flop is nothing but transparent flip-flop. Transparent flip-flop means it is a flip-flop which is going to exhibit the data what has been fed as input. Whatever data you're going to feed as input, that will be reflected at the output side. So you can write it as D and Qn plus 1. Qn I'm not going to write here. So if it is 0, output should be 0. If it is 1, it should be 1 here. This is why I call it as transparent flip-flop. So let me transfer it into a K-map here. So my inputs are written horizontally and the present states are written vertically. So this will be D bar and D. This will be Qn bar and this will be Qn, and fill it up. If the data given is 0 and if the present state is 0 itself, whatever data you're going to give, that has to be reflected, no matter whatever is the present state. If you're going to give 1 as input, that 1 has to be reflected at the output side. If you're going to give 0 as input, that 0 has to be reflected at the output, no matter what is the present state. If you are giving 1 as input, that 1 has to be reflected in the output, no matter whatever is the present state. So this is why we call it as transparent. So it's the same. Whatever you have written with respect to input data, that same has to be written. If it is written as 0, 1, it is 0, 1, 0, 1 itself. If it is 1, 0, it is 1, 0 itself. This present state has got nothing to do with respect to the next state of the flip-flop. Now here, no quads, no octets, but I can find a pair. I can find a pair. And the term corresponding to this particular pair is what? Qn bar is becoming Qn here. D is remaining constant. So this will be D. So you can write Qn plus 1 will be equal to D, which is the characteristic equation of your D flip-flop. So this is how you write the characteristic equation of the D flip-flop. Moving on further, what's the next flip-flop you know? JK flip-flop. JK flip-flop is one of the versatile flip-flop which has got n number of applications when coming to the application sides of the flip-flop. So we'll study how to write the characteristic equation of the JK flip-flop. So before writing the characteristic equation, I need to know the truth table of a flip-flop. So I'll write it down. J, K, present state and the next state. So it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 0, 0, it has to exhibit the previous state. I don't mind what is the data here. This data will be, say, this data can be anything. So I don't mind what is the present state here. 0, 0, it should exhibit the previous state. Previous can be 0 or it can be 1. 0, 1, if you have got any confusions, remember J is similar to S and K is similar to R. So if R is made high, it has to be reset. If it is 1, 0, if S is made high, it has to set. If it is 1 and 1, the difference with respect to SR and JK flip-flop is it has to toggle. With respect to my JK flip-flop, it has to toggle. Toggle means if it is 1, it has to become 0. If it is 0, it has to become 1. If it is 1, it has to become 0. Toggling is this particular process. So this toggling depends on the present input. If the present input is 1, if you give the input as 1 and 1, it will become 0. If the present input is 0 and if you give the input as 1 and 1, it will become 0. This is what is meant by toggle state and this is what is the disadvantage we had with respect to the SR flip-flop. Now transferring this particular data or transferring this particular data from the truth table to the K map, it is how it is written. JK, so it will be written horizontally. So this will be J bar, K bar. This will be J bar K, this will be JK, this will be JK bar. So this will be Qn bar and this will be Qn. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0 and 1. So if it is 0 and 0, if it is 0 and 0, it has to exhibit the previous state. So previous state is 0, it is shown here. If it is 0, 1, if it is 0, 1, it has to be 0. So 0 is written here. If it is 1 here, concentrate this. If it is 1, 1 here, it has to toggle. Toggle means how are you going to fill it up here? If it is 1 and 1, you will check what is the present data. Present data is 0. So toggling means after is what can 0 change to? 0 has to change to 1. So if it is 0 and if the input given is 1 and 1, it has to become 1. If it is 1 and 0, if it is 1 and 0, J is 1. It has to set. So if it is 0 here, it will become 1. It will be setting. Similarly, if it is 0, 0, same data will be written here. Whatever data is here, the same will be written here. If it is 0, 1, it should become 0. If it is 1 and 1, it has to toggle. If it has to toggle, you need to check what is the present data. Present data is 1. If it is 1, it should become 0. Similarly, if it is 1 and 0, If it is 1 and 0, it has to become 1. And I'll go with the pairing. I can find one pair here. I can find one pair here. The term corresponding to this pair is what? Can I know what is the term corresponding to this pair? It is Qn bar. And here it will be which term is remaining constant? J. And with respect to this both, what's the term? The term corresponding to this will be Qn, and which term is constant? K bar. So the characteristic equation of the JK flip-flop will be J into Qn bar plus K bar into Qn, which has been written here. So looking into the characteristic equation, you can explain how that flip-flop is going to behave with respect to the input what you are going to give and with respect to the present state of the input. Moving on further, the very last flip-flop is T flip-flop, or you can call it as complement flip-flop. Complement flip-flop is whatever data you are going to give, that has to be complemented if the data is 1. Let me explain it here. So this is the data input, this is the present state. If it is 0 and if the present state is 0, the same state will be exhibited. The same state data will be stored inside. If it is 1 here and if the present state is 0, if it is 1 here and if the present state is 0, it has to complement. Complement means it will show, it will become 1. The present state will become 1. Similarly, if it is 0 here and if the present state is 1 here, the same state will be exhibited. The same state will be exhibited here. Suppose if it is 1 here and if it is 1, present state is 1, it has to complement. Complement means what? It has to become 0. So whenever the data input you are going to give is 1, whenever the data input you are going to give is 1, it will complement. If the data input you are going to give is 0, it will not complement. It will exhibit the same state. Suppose if the data input what you are going to give is 1, then it will complement the data. Again, with respect to K-map, what I am going to do is I am going to complement. I am going to group them together. So term with respect to this is, what the term with respect to this? This will be Qn bar. What is the term here? This is T. And with respect to this, it will be, this will be here, yeah, this will be the term. So this will be T bar. And with respect to this, it will be Qn. So the characteristic equation will be Qn plus 1 will be T into Qn bar plus T bar into Qn. So this is the characteristic equations, or this is how you can write the characteristic equation of all the 4 flip-flops. But I need to make myself sure that I remember the truth table of all the 4 flip-flops. Also, I remember the K-map and grouping what I have studied in the lower modules. Thank you.